a war going on. The books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, and a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Saturday, February 8th. It's Super Saturday as we await just one day from now, Super Bowl 59 with the Chiefs and the Eagles. Can't wait. I wish it was today. We got a lot of great action to go over here today with our sports betting card. Huge NBA, NHL, college basketball slates. There's international soccer going on, including domestic major action from Europe right now, and FA Cup also going on right now in England. So we're having a big sporting day already. There's some good tennis action going on as well. Are you guys ready to fire here on Saturday? I want to thank everyone for tuning in, and hey, thank you for all your great comments there congratulating me on my performance. Well, let's see here. I don't see any congratulatory comments there. Maybe no one was paying attention yesterday to our 12-game NBA and NHL card where I went 11-1. Here on the show yesterday, basketball winners included the Charlotte Hornets, the Washington Wizards, Milwaukee and Atlanta under. You guys had it, Team Steam consensus, Miami and Brooklyn game to go under. Great job. Mikey Money had it on pre-gaming as well, but I had the Brooklyn Nets as my play. The only loser I had on the entire NBA and NHL card here on the show yesterday, unfortunately, was our Team Steam play on the Philadelphia 76ers. Never in it against Detroit, but I also had Toronto plus those big points, Utah and Phoenix game to go over. NHL winners on the show included Penguins and Rangers game under. I had the Islanders on the puck line. I had the Blackhawks on the puck line. I had the over Colorado and Edmonton, and we had the Los Angeles Kings, as did Mikey Money on pre-gaming there yesterday. Premium pick winners in the NHL included Penguins on the puck line, also the Colorado Avalanche on the puck line. So couldn't lose pretty much in NBA and NHL. NBA premiums did not come through, but nonetheless, monster day here on the show for me. They said keep records. You can go back and watch it. Yesterday, same time yesterday, 11-1 there. NBA and NHL combined here for me on the show. College basketball, got to cover it here certainly with our exciting card yesterday. I couldn't find many winners, so brag about those other ones. We did have some premium pick winners though yesterday, including the Purdue Boilermakers and the St. John's. I almost want to say Redmen. Remember you guys? But St. John's hammering Connecticut pretty much there after a slow start. We did have a pick on the under here on the show yesterday, and we did have a winner here on the show yesterday with Utah State and Fresno State. We'll pick up hopefully where we left off yesterday with NBA and NHL, but I'll need some help today on this massive college basketball card, although you can already get my premium picks for the early college basketball card, as well as UFC 312 over at winnable.com. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. I want to tell everyone about our programming here today on the Sports Money Network. It will be companion coverage of UFC 312 at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, coming to you from Sydney, Australia, with our card tonight with the featured bout between Duplessis and Strickland, their second go round here in the UFC. And we have our companion coverage, but we also have our previews of fights here on the Sports Money Network under the videos tab or under the live tab as well. Under the videos tab, you can check out First Strike. The guys were here this week with their 4 best bets. Fanatical Jim, Subhuman Gaucho, Jeff M, Mikey Money had their 4 best plays for UFC 312 tonight. You can check out that video, get your handicapping started, and then also check out under the live tab earlier this week. You can look for VB MMA picks with me, Ramon Scott, and my analyst VB and his special guest. This week we had Aussie Fight Fan. He's going to the fights in Sydney. He goes to all the Australia cards, and you can check out our interview with Aussie Fight Fan and get the previews for 4 fights with the card. I think we had some consensus there with First Strike but nonetheless, catch 4 more previews there for today's fight card, and the guys will be along. I'll be hanging out in the chat tonight, so hang out with me. Let's pick some winners. I have my full fight coverage, my full fight card over at winnable.com. You can check me out over at Winnable and get my full fight package for UFC 312. Now, we had a lot of great analysts. These guys know what they're talking about. They're the ones pulling the strings on all these wins, but I listen to the best. I host the best. And I've got my full fight package over there at winnable.com for just $2 today to get all the picks, all my picks, every bout predicted, who's going to win, round by round or decision, and method of victory. You can check that out by clicking the QR code in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. If you want to sign up for $4 for today, or $8 for a week, or $19.95 for a month, use that promo code STEAM, and you can get it for just 50 cents today and the rest of the month when you subscribe to my picks over at winnable.com. We're in a pretty good run over there right now with our current premiums. We did swing and miss there yesterday in the NBA. We see there 16-9 current run. Also college basketball, pretty good roll here for me. These are real numbers. This is not a drill. This is not a joke. And we did win yesterday in the NHL with our premiums, as I said. So check me out over there at winnable.com, and you can turn on the notifications, get the plays sent right to your phone. I have a college basketball card up there right now, and I'll have more college basketball plays later. I have my early NHL and NBA released as well, and you can get those plays over at winnable.com. So do appreciate you listening to that. And that's how you support me here on the channel. We have a lot of great membership tiers and a lot of packages. I'm over here as a little bit of an independent contractor, but I'm very much part of the Sports Money team. So please consider supporting me here on the channel by subscribing to those plays. Very inexpensive, and I think you'll be pretty satisfied with the results. It's high volume. You can play them all. You can play some. You can just watch and learn learn. I can watch and learn. Now I'm talking. Uh, Watch and win with me on my picks over at Winnable. All right. And also, some other programming notes here. We also had last night from the guys a live show with our Super Bowl best bets. And you can find that right now in the live tab. That'll be up there. You can watch it anytime between now and Super Bowl 59 tomorrow. But just to let you know, the guys were here. And man, there were a lot of bets on that show. I think by the time you get done with checking out the show, close to probably 50 bets or more. It felt like there, the way they were going through things. Really good show yesterday, guys. Really hats off to you guys. I have some picks in there as well. There couldn't make it for the show, but it did send in a nice video with a lot of plays actually from both sides, prop plays, Chiefs and Eagles. And well, it's great to celebrate my last days here on the Sports Money Network. If the Chiefs win this game, guys, Mikey and Jeff, they might put me out to the unemployment line here because of well, I'll probably be on the Chiefs by the time we get around to the show tomorrow. We did see within the last 24 hours or so, two major books have moved the game temporarily to a pick 'em. Now they're back to the Chiefs, favored by 1. So I don't know if it's going to cross that line like I predicted earlier in the week, but nonetheless, we'll find out tomorrow. Check out my plays on that video today. Get ready for Super Bowl 59. And I'll be here tomorrow, of course. We'll give you my pick if you didn't know already. Let me say hello to everyone in the chat joining me here on the show today as we get ready for a long show. We're going to try to go all the way here, hopefully for 2 hours, try to preview NBA, NHL, and, well, just the biggest in college basketball today. But you guys are welcome to comment on anything, including some of that big soccer action going on. James Parham was here first. Hello to new members today, including William Cox, David Wallace, and Gerald Jones. That might have been from last night. Joe W. is here. Nuke is here today. Thank you for joining us on that football show last night, Nuke. Jermaine is here. Thomas is here to help me along. He says, good morning. Like this video. Subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. We really appreciate all of your support. Cash Kane is here. And also Irish King, ready to roll. Ziggy's here. He's ready for the big day tomorrow. Blue, good morning. And also Big O joining us in the chat. Nate the Great is here today. Donut Silks, ready to roll with us. And who else can I get in there? Gravy on the train here today. Bob McCormick here as well. And let's see, Fernando ready to go here today. I'm watching right now current action on the pitch I just saw a goal here, as a matter of fact, in the Betis and Celta de Vigo game. Atalanta already up 2-0, taking care of Verona here. You knew they would. Come on. They're about to fire in Germany with 5 games coming up right now. And other action today in League One. Also, more action in the FA Cup, Serie A, a couple more games, La Liga. And tonight, it's action from Mexico, among others. All right, see if I got any other names in here. You guys are welcome to share your plays in there. And I think that's it. I think everyone's commented. Oh, here's my Other friends here are Tomps. Good morning. Thanks always for your support. Action Jackson. He likes Barkley to have a monster game. Curtis is here, and Philly Eagle Flyer ready to go. All right. And Redbeard, thank you so much, Redbeard, for gifting a Sports Money membership out there today to someone. Appreciate all of your support. All right, I guess there's not much time to be wasting, or what else we could talk about here. And just get ready for the previews, and I'm going to try to keep them to going quick. It might be almost just uh, plays here today. It feels like we did see some exciting action. That VCU Dayton game lived up to all it was cracked up to be. I was on the wrong end of that one event, and actually, I liked Dayton at home, and they led with 3.5 minutes to play and ended up getting beat by 5 points. Really, they struggled on the boards. VCU had the size in that one. St. John's winning that game 10 in a 16 of their last 17. They're for real. If you want to bet them on the futures board, you might have missed. You may think it is still a decent price, and maybe you will, but does feel like it has slipped a little bit there. As far as those odds are concerned, man, St. John's, one of the hottest tickets, hottest in the country here, it feels like right now. So, all right. Appreciate everyone joining me in the chat. And already, I think Jermaine, is he talking about today's game with Hallie? All right. And we did have a little bit of breaking news here within the last hour. I think it was already going to be apparent, but LeBron James, he is doubtful. I think he might be out already for today's game. The line has been reissued here at, seems like it's only 4.5 still, but we've seen James already get downgraded here today to doubtful for this afternoon's game. So I would expect that line to move more actually here. And let's get rolling with the show. We've got a bunch of steam here also that I'm going to try to touch on here to get us started, and then we'll roll down the NBA. But this is how we're going to cover kind of our college basketball to get as much information as we can about all these games without going too heavily into them. So let's start with Gardner Webb on the extra board against Charleston Southern. Gardner Webb taking the steam here at minus 5.5 or 6. They're up to -6 here. Gardner Webb taking the steam against Charleston Southern. Also, moments ago, before we were coming on the air, it was Lemoyne taking steam in their matchup against Mercyhurst. Lemoyne was a 2.5-point dog, but they're going to be down to 2 here right now as Lemoyne taking the steam against Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst has been an okay cover, and Lemoyne has actually not been great to the number, but nonetheless, top of the board here on the extra board. I guess this is where they're coming in right now. Boston U, they were a 1-point favorite up to 1.5 here. It looks like Boston U took some action here just moments ago. All right. Pittsburgh and North Carolina is seeing some steam here this morning. Pittsburgh and North Carolina under is taking the steam here right now at 153 and down here too 152, 151.5. Pitt and North Carolina to the under, taking the steam here this morning. Also, Virginia Tech and Notre Dame steam to the under here actually in this one with Virginia Tech and Notre Dame. It was 136.5, but we're down here, seems like surprisingly, to 135 right now. So that move kind of surprises me there. Steam to the under, Virginia Tech and Notre Dame. Utah and West Virginia, some steam here to the under in this one with Utah and West Virginia. Talk about two teams that probably could find their way to an under this season. Utah and West Virginia steam to the under. That was 137 down to 135.5 here in that one. All right, I'm going to get you ready here in just a moment. Maybe I got a few more here real quick to take a look at, including Cal State Northridge in a late game tonight. Northridge in their matchup with Long Beach State. They were a 10-point favorite. They're up to 11 right now. Cal State Northridge took steam here as we were coming on the air against a bad Long Beach State team. Also, how about Virginia? Virginia took some steam here against Georgia Tech in their game in the ACC this afternoon. They were a 1.5-point favorite, up to 2.5 here right now with Virginia. They took the steam against Georgia Tech. Also, Santa Clara this afternoon in their matchup with the University of San Diego. It was 19.5 up to 20.5. Santa Clara took the steam against USD. Also, one more from the extra board with Chicago State and St. Francis. This one took some steam to the under from 140 down to 138.5 or so. Hey, we won with Chicago State already once this week. Can't go to the well too often there with the Chicago State. Okay, that's some steam there. We'll get going here with the show, starting the NBA, and appreciate everyone for coming along here. Oh, we see some plays there. Let me get these in here. And Fernando, he's got his soccer action here. And I think I have one soccer play here if I can go with one on the show.
Steam play.
UC Davis taking a little steam here right now in their matchup today. UC Davis here was a 5.5-point favorite. They're going to be up to 6.5 here right now. They look like the better cover for sure in their matchup with Fullerton today. UC Davis taking the steam. Here's Twisted with his action from college basketball. Better leave that one up there for a second with all those plays. Twisted took the time. I'll definitely share this one. All right. And I think that's it in there for you guys. Thomas is ready to go with his plays already there. And Twisted, is this another package of plays here? Oh no, I think he's just reiterating it there. Let me make sure there. I'll put it up there just in case there was a typo in the first one or something. All right. Let me see here. I want to go with. I have a play here in France, I believe. Okay, and I'm going to go with Stade Reims against Saint Etienne today at 3:05 Eastern, noon Pacific. Rennes is about even money right now. In fact, they're on the move here. It looks like they're actually taking some steam right now. I like Rennes against Saint Etienne. Stade Reims today against Saint Etienne. And that one goes off in quite a while still at 3 Eastern. That'll be my play here on the show. Don't do too much soccer, but at least on a Saturday. But we are getting to a point where, it is going to be a little bit lighter load. Action Jackson says, where do I go for UFC breakdowns? Jackson, we do have 2 shows, as I just mentioned, but I do want to say it again. Over on the videos tab, we have First Strike, best bets from our team here at Sports Money Network. Our 4 anchor guys for the UFC coverage will be in there previewing their best. And then I'm with, under the live tab from a show earlier this week, as I think Wolfsburg, I believe, has just scored here. Is that right? Over on the live tab, look for VB MMA picks. In there, I have previews with my man BB and Aussie Fight Fan, and we previewed 4 fights, including that main event. All right, just right now, we do have some steam here on Drexel, getting 3
System
points from Wilmington. Drexel just took the steam against Wilmington down to probably 2.5 here right now. All right. Here we go. Let's go to the NBA and get started. I know you guys are already on the Laker game a little bit. We're anticipating, still gonna have to wait. Looks like Luka not ready and LeBron out. So let's just get started though with the first game of the. Yeah, it was Wolfsburg there with a goal just moments ago, as I see it over here. They're going to replay, I think, on it, but I think it's a goal here against Leverkusen. All right, let's go here with the Rockets taking on the Mavericks in this one. You got the Mavericks favored here over the Rockets, and we know the Rockets are just terrific against the spread. But look, we also know we've got a new Mavericks team here a little bit. Uh, Coming in to this one. So let's see what's going to happen here now with the new Dallas Mavericks taking on the Rockets here in this one. And Rockets still without Fred, and you guys keep telling me after I tried to go with the Rockets without Fred that they were doomed without him. So I think we're going to get Anthony Davis here in this one and try to inject some life into this Dallas team here right now. And let's see, we'll go to the chat and see what you guys have as well. But the latest was, in today's game, could Davis, make that lineup? But he is probable here. So he'll be ready to make his Dallas debut here this afternoon. Interestingly, that Dallas and the Lakers are playing at basically the same time or 1 hour difference, but did have a little steam coming in there just moments ago on James Madison. And full disclosure, I will just say right now, James Madison just took the steam and they're moving, it looks like, to a slight favorite. And I'll just tease it. If you want to get my premium picks, I've got already my first package lined up. I think there's a dozen plays in there for the first 3 hour block of games. And one of them is James Madison. So I'll just I'll just say it like that. All right, here we go, though, right now with the action. Dallas and Houston, obviously, division matchup here. Look, the Rockets have been super hot. We know that. Dallas is kind of revamping their lineup here at this point. Right now, we're looking at the line of 4, maybe 3.5. It is pretty much 3.5 now everywhere in this game, and the total is 226. So you guys keep telling me no Fred, no good. So Houston is on a losing streak right now, and we know they're great. We know how good they've been, but this is about as bad as it gets right now. They're not winning all of a sudden, and we'll see what happens with Dallas. They actually, just came off that win over Boston. We had Dallas in that one, so I'll just go. I'm going to look in the chat here. I'm sure you're all on Dallas, right? Or could you actually get back to Houston here? A great underdog, 11-5-1 as a dog against the spread, 17-10 against the spread. But I learned my lesson. You guys told me no Fred, no good. All right. Twisted says go over. And Irish King said, hey, we're going to get our break here off for the NHL too. That's what I'm thinking. R. Tom's on the Rockets. Blue says Mavericks team total over. Thomas is on the over. Ziggy's on the under. And Jermaine says Rockets can't cover with Fred.
Steam playing.
Real Deal Prime. Nice to see you, Real Deal Prime. Great to see you. Right now, the total is being steamed right this second in the Rockets-Mavericks game. It just came in right over my shoulder right there. I don't know about right here, but right here. And
Steam playing.
it is going up here right now to 227.5 in the Rockets and Dallas game. Steam here to the over right now in Rockets and Dallas. Wow. Also, some steam just came in seconds ago on Boston College in the matchup tonight against Syracuse. They were getting at 8, maybe 7.5, but it's down to 7 or lower here. Boston College taking the steam at Syracuse. All right. Jermaine likes the under, and you're getting a bargain now. I think Irish King sees what I'm. Or he might be talking about the Lakers game there too at 229. Thank you, Nuke. Let's smash it, like it, pass it around. Irish King says Dallas first quarter and first half. How about I'll take full game? Give me Dallas. You guys told me no Fred, no good. So I'll do it. I'll take the Mavericks here. Cash Kane is on the Rockets. And Fernando likes Llorona double chance and both teams to score against Bilbao today. You got to think there's going to be some goals there, don't you, Fernando? All right. Cash Kane, Rockets money line. Biggie says this is the Rockets spot, but we just can't trust them right now. Houston money line could be a go, says Jermaine. Rockets spread. So it looks like the chat is favoring the Rockets here still a little bit. Here's some steam on Hofstra right now in college basketball. Hofstra was an 11-point favorite. Looks like they're going to 12 right now in their game against Stony Brook. Also, how about Cashville? Cashville getting steamed here right now in their matchup today with High Point. It's the last game on the extra board. They were getting 10.5, but it's going to be down to 9.5 here right now, I think, with North Carolina, Asheville taking the steam right now against High Point. Sounds like a good game. All right. Let's see here. Fernando says, why not go over now? Good morning to Perky today. Also, let's see here. Keith in the chat. Great to see Keith today. Thank you. Thank you, Keith. Wine Time. Watched his segment this week over on across the street. Great job, Wine Time. Big day today. Big, huge day. All right. And Ziggy with some more. Oh, look at this. Dallas looked good yesterday, but the Rockets are a concern. Wow, I hate when that happens, but it happens. I've already went with Dallas. The chat is against me here in this one. I will say this, and look, I'm one that always says when the chat. I told Mike, I said I like when the chat, we have, and I like to pump up the chat when they win, but I've been on the winning side against the chat lately. But nonetheless, the consensus play here is on Houston. I already went with Dallas. All right, no problem. I was the 111-1 yesterday, chat. All right. Here we go. I'm sure it'll turn around. My turn. Look, I love Houston. We love Houston, but I learned my lesson in the Fred VanVleet factor. All right. Western Carolina taking some steam here right now in their matchup with Greensboro. They were getting 14 points, but it's down to 13.5 or lower here. Western Carolina just took the steam against Greensboro. All right, let's keep it going here right now. That was something, though, that steam on that first game there as we were going. All right, here we go. All right, you guys are talking about it throughout the chat already. And anticipated game, unfortunately, has totally dissolved here with I was surprised that the line adjustment was not greater here when LeBron's status was downgraded here just within the last hour or so. And mostly on news reports, but it doesn't look good for LeBron here tonight to make this lineup, and it doesn't look right for Luka either. It looks like Luka is actually going to need more time to get ready. So the Lakers are going to be going out there with feels like a makeshift lineup. Now Miles Turner is out for Indiana, and
Steam playing.
Atlanta's
Steam
getting
playing.
steamed right now. Atlanta is getting steamed against Washington. They were a 5-point favorite, but it looks like it's going to go up here to 5.5. It's already 6 down here at my favorite, the South Point. Atlanta taking the steam right now on the road against the hot Washington Wizards. Potapova beating Stefanovic right here in front of me. Western Illinois taking some steam here. The Leathernecks taking some steam in their game against Tennessee Martin. They were a 9-point favorite. It's down to 8 here as Western Illinois is taking the steam against Tennessee Martin. Okay, so, well, you know what? It is 4.5. I think the thing was, I think that LeBron's absence may have been anticipated. And I think we knew that it was going to be tough, possibly for Luka to make this lineup. I'm surprised it's still 4.5. I thought it would be 6 here by now, but it's not. So I'm going to take the over in this game. The total here is now 230.5. I've already sent this one out as a premium, if you know what I mean. So on the show here, I'm just going to take the over as my play, and I'd like you to subscribe to my premium picks here. Right now, whenever you hear Steam play and then you look up and it says Virginia, you know it's going to be on the under. Right now, there's steam to the under here with Georgia Tech and Virginia. It was 131. But right now, it's going lower here with Georgia Tech and Virginia down to 130 or so. They've already steamed Virginia in that game. I think they're up to possibly 2 or possibly up to 3 here right now with Virginia. In fact, the current line is 2, only 2 here on Virginia, and the total is down to 129.5. So pretty big move on that total there. Also, just moments ago, steam came in on Clemson at home at Little John against Duke. Oh man, nobody Clemson, come on, they don't lose at home, but they're taking on Duke today. They're taking the steam. It was 6.5, but we're down to 5.5 here. Clemson is taking the steam right now in that matchup against Duke. Oh, it's going to be a good. We have it in the previews. That might be the preview right there, but we'll make a play when we get there. Also, Canisius took some steam in their matchup against Merrimack. Canisius was getting 15 points. I think they're all the way down to 13 here right now. Canisius took the steam against Merrimack just moments ago, seconds ago. Georgia is taking the steam right now in their matchup in the SEC today against Mississippi State. Georgia was a pick'em, but now Georgia is a 1.5-point favorite or getting there against Mississippi State. Georgia is taking the steam right now. All right, this is going to be, and don't forget, today in college basketball is the Bracket Buster. If you don't know what that is, all these mid-major teams are not playing conference games for the most part. They're facing another team in a like conference to try to balance out the power ratings a little bit, see maybe which team will kind of get the balance of power when they start to weigh the factors of which mid-major teams get in, get out a little bit. So Providence and Butler is taking steam here right now in that game today. Good game here, taking the steam to the over. Now that's something I probably was expecting for sure right now with Providence and Butler. This one was 145. It's now 146.5. How high will it go with Providence and Butler? Gotta like the over there probably, huh? All right, let's see what else we've got here. I'm trying to get back to the Laker game. here right now. And let's see what you guys want to do in this one. I don't know if we really even previewed it or talked about it. Just for me, the obvious storyline is there, though. Actually, 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams have gone under when they play in LA, but they meet just twice a year. Lakers are still red hot. Don't forget, they've won 8 of their last 9 games, but Indiana's the hottest road team in the league right now, having won 8 of their last 9 games on the road. That's tough enough. So I'm going to end up here with the over in this game with Indiana and the Lakers. All right. And did you guys get all the plays? Let me go to the chat here. Sorry about that. Nasty Nate likes Celtics in the game between the Lakers and the Pacers. I get maybe Nasty Nate's probably got to leave us today. All right. Let's see here. Twisted Pacers and the over. Thomas Pacers and the over. Ziggy is on the over. Jermaine's got some prop stats, I think that is. Fernando's on the Pacers. There's Jermaine with that Hallie stats. And Fernando says if no LeBron, he likes the under. I'm kind of thinking the opposite here with that. All right. And Robert will take the Pacers here as well. So, all right. And Thomas says we've got another consensus here already with the Pacers. So we're on 2 road teams in 2 games. Let's move on to the Spurs and the Magic.
Steam playing.
Nice game here right now. Wisconsin, Green Bay. Everybody's favorite team to make fun of is getting steamed here right now by the Sharps, I would guess. Who would really want to bet this crummy team right now? One of the worst teams in the country. Wisconsin, Green Bay is getting steamed. They were a 16-point dog. They're now a 15-point dog in their matchup with Fort Wayne. Wisconsin, Green Bay is taking the steam against Fort Wayne. We're just here to report it. All right. Spurs and Magic here on the Magic, a 3-point favorite in this one against the Spurs. So see what you want to do here with this one, right? Look, the Spurs, they look good. They don't seem to really be performing like I think they should be right now. Now, maybe that is going to come in just a moment here, but let me keep going on college basketball. I feel like we've got to touch on as much college basketball. We'll get through this. Howard is being steamed in their matchup with North Carolina Central. Howard has moved to a 1.5-point favorite against NC Central. Also, New Mexico and Air Force steam here to the over right now with New Mexico and Air Force. 2 teams that maybe not necessarily known for overs this season, but we're seeing the steam to the over. It was 145 up to 146 right now with New Mexico and Air Force. Go ahead and type in your plays in there, and that's what we'll do. We'll just go over your plays. We'll give a few tidbits on some of these games, certainly. With the Spurs and the Magic, we know how this situation's probably been going. You know, Orlando does not lose at home against sub-500 teams. It's right now San Antonio is 5 games under 500, so it's not like they're 1 or 2 games under 500. They're still under 500. Orlando's won 29 of their last 31 games against teams that are below 500 at home. So San Antonio has failed to cover in 3 straight games here right now. And Orlando continues to play these lower scoring games. It feels like time and time again right now. Now, this series is an over series. 5 of the last 6 years here in Orlando, they have gone over, and San Antonio's gone over in 5 of their last 6 games on the road. But Orlando is 10-19 to the under as a favorite. And although San Antonio might be perceived as an over team, like I said, over now in 8 of their last 10. They are just 16 and
Steam
15
playing.
to the over as an underdog. So mostly they go under, uh, uh, over in their games at home. So, okay, let's see what we've got here from you guys. And got some goofball in there that seems he thinks he's the executive producer. It's the same guy as always. And this guy's got the wrong show. So we'll just not, I don't say anything rude there, but we know the same guy doesn't spell the name right. So we know which guy it is every time. And yeah, you maybe just watch a different show. I think this is the format of the morning Steam show. All right. We've got some plays coming in from you guys here. And wow, it's already magic here for Ziggy. And Twisted is on the Spurs. Our Tom's on the Magic. And here, I think we can actually show the comment here. Here's a prop here. I know you guys hate when I pay attention to the trolls, but
Final.
says he wants to get through the NBA. Obviously, when you go 11 and 1, I'm holding the cards here. Big, blue balls. Right. Okay, here we go. Perky's always worried about his troll reputation. That's okay, Perk. I try to embrace it. I just we don't have time to embrace it, right? We're trying to cover everything here. Robert's on the Magic, and Robert F is on the Spurs. Dustin, nice to see you, Dustin. All right, I better make my play. I'm going with the under. Who just said they always go under? Thomas said it. So I've got the under here in this one for sure with the Spurs and the Magic. All right. I'm hoping some steam came in. I think some did, right? Did some come in? I want some steam now all of a sudden, Northern Arizona. And the smaller the better right now, right? I want them to give me some steam on the Bethune-Cookman Prairie View A&M game just to really tilt everybody. But I try to look at this whole card. I look at the landscape. Northern Arizona is taking some steam here right now. Plus, if you don't talk about the steam now, it's not going to be very steamy later. Northern Arizona was a 1.5 point dog, and it's down to a pick 'em here right now in the matchup with Montana. Interesting matchup there, Montana and NAU. NAU took the steam down to a pick 'em. All right, let's go to the next game here. This one almost didn't make the cut, right? I'm actually previewing every game, and this one was the one that maybe, just maybe, wasn't going to make the cut, but might as well do them all. Maybe I'll just give out the pick real fast here since nobody's going to really care too much about this one with Atlanta and Washington. Washington's gone over in 6 of their last 7 games. Look how high this total. I mean, I think that's a typo, right? Oh no, it's been a big move. Here's the thing. There has been Celta de Vigo got that win, huh? Wow, 3-2. Okay. So here with the Hawks and the Wizards, yeah, this one's down to 236. This one's seen a move of like maybe 3 or 4 points from the opener. From the send out, it's down 8 points. I don't know what's going on. It's not like there's anybody really. I mean, Trae Young's not out of this game. Now Capella's questionable. Wizards have certainly injuries. Marcus Smart, he could play tonight. For Washington, Sarr is questionable. Champagne's questionable. Brogdon is questionable. I get that, but these are the Washington Wizards anyways. They're not any good. We know that. They've been actually playing out of their minds here right now with a bunch of covers in a row. Even covered the game last night. We had them here on the show against Cleveland, right? So I'm going over in this one at 236. I almost want to go back and make it I may make it. Well, I guess I won't make it a premium. I'm going with the over in this one at 236. To me, I'm flabbergasted by that. I get it. Maybe the numbers were too high. Maybe after all, you got Atlanta just 14-5 to the over as a favorite. Go to the comments here real quick in the chat and see what you got. James said under with that game. Good. Okay. Yeah, Nasty Nate's got all on top of it there. All right. Hawks over there in this one. Me and Thomas are riding Hawks here. Ziggy, I think he's going over the 236 as well. And Twisted says this might be a spot for that Wizards money line. Interesting that Steam just came in on Atlanta. They don't look like a great situation here necessarily, right? Don't forget, Atlanta's still 4-15 against the spread as a favorite. And
system play.
Ziggy here. No, we got it, Ziggy. I know you were going over in that one. Fernando says there was a goal in a Hoffenheim game. Blues going over. Jermaine's going over here as well with me. And that's right. It just feels really weird. But Twisted said doesn't mind the under. Fernando says, wasn't it 240? Yes, it was, Fernando. All right. So we won't spend much time on that. I've got the over, and what did I? I went 6-1 last night. So okay, we'll just take it. I'll just use that as a retort for everything today. All right, here we go. Next up, we're going fast. Trailblazers and Timberwolves. In this one, you've got the Wolves favored in this one. Okay, I get it. The Wolves, they're obviously a great team to lay some points with. They're 7-18 against the spread as at home, 15-26 against the spread as a favorite. The Portland Trailblazers have won and covered 11 straight games. Okay, but the Wolves are favored here against the hottest team in the league. And hey, you know what? It's going to end eventually, but when? When? You don't want to get off this Trailblazers bandwagon, it feels like right now. At least not in this role, right? So go ahead and chime in. Minnesota owns the series against the Wolves, 7-1 straight up the last 8 games, but we know how hot this Portland team is right now. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over, and Minnesota's been an over team here for sure. 15-11 to the over at home. Trailblazers 8-15 to the under on the road, but they're playing well right now, and I think that is because they have yes, to me, Portland has very underrated defense, but I'm going to end up here. Let me make sure. I'm going to peek at the line movement here, but pretty sure we're going. Yeah, give me the over with Portland and Minnesota in this one. Let's go to the chats. Let's go to the comments in the chats. Here, yeah, we've got the double back-to-back. Don't forget. Yep. Let me grab that here and recite it there a little bit. Right. Oh, you're talking about the other game. Yeah, not this one. Yeah. Okay, here, let's take a look. With Trailblazers and Timberwolves. Okay. Thomas is on Portland here. Twisted's on the over with me. All right. Minnesota, first quarter, first half for Irish King. Robert, though, does want to take the under. Bobby Mack. And Robert Franklin, though, says Blazers money line. Irish King says over with me. Blazers for Ziggy. And Perky wants to go over in the T-Wolves game with me. So that was a lot of overs. There was some under in there for sure. So Blazers spread here for Fernando. Man, it doesn't seem like you want to get off the Blazers here at this point, right? Against a crummy spread team like Minnesota here. Man, the Blazers are hot. Let's keep going right now with the Warriors and the Bulls here. So we've got a little bit of new look here. Oh, wow. Let's talk this one here real quick as well. I've got Utah and Clippers steam here to the over right now. It's getting steamed up to 226, maybe 226 and a half here. Steam to the over with Utah and the Clippers. We saw last night that Utah game get pretty frisky for sure. Also, Iowa State got steamed in their matchup with TCU. Iowa State was a 15-point favorite. They're up to 16 or higher here right now. Iowa State is taking the steam right now against TCU. Also, Youngstown and Detroit. Here's some steam to the over. Youngstown State, a conference road favorite. Youngstown State, that's when they usually have higher scoring games, and they're going over here right now. The steam's coming in on the over at 139. It's going to be up to 140 with Youngstown and Detroit. Also, Seton Hall took some steam in their matchup with Georgetown. Seton Hall was getting 11 or so, but it's down to 10 here, it looks like right now with Seton Hall. All right, now, Warriors and Bulls. So where do these two teams stand with their new situations, right? Look, don't we want to... I don't want to be a jerk. I don't want to go, oh, hey, Butler now, the Warriors are going to be going downhill. This guy, brings every team down. But I almost want to say that. And against the Bulls, well, the Bulls aren't great necessarily, but this might be an okay role for the Bulls here, getting the points at home. The Warriors have failed to cover in 6 straight road games as a favorite. And Chicago as an underdog has come through a few times here of late. They covered as a dog, won and covered against Miami here at home. They also won and covered at Toronto, but they've been kind of alternating back and forth. If that holds true, this would be their night. Golden State just lost to the Lakers. They lost at Utah. They're not looking that great, but they probably have their situation here ready to go tonight. Draymond also probable in this game. The Bulls, Lonzo Ball, questionable. Terry is questionable. THT, questionable. And Sonogo is out. So see what you have here in this one with the Bulls and the Warriors. These two teams have gone over in 4 straight meetings between the two, but I'm going to end up here, I believe, on the under in this one with the Warriors and the Bulls. You could put me down for an under here at 236.5. I'll leave 235 up there, but it's 236 or more everywhere pretty much. So let's take a look at what you guys are doing there. All right, Robert's going over here. Robert F and I are on opposite there. How about Curry to light it up here? Maybe Thomas talking about the Penguins. Ziggy wants to go over. So you guys are against me here in this one. Irish King on Chicago there. And over in the Timberwolves with consensus, huh? You guys like that one? Okay. Thank you, guys. Way to team up and catch everything up there. I might have missed that one, actually. I didn't know you guys were joining me there on that one. Thought you were on the Ramon fade train. I don't fade me now, but maybe it is, right? Maybe you're supposed to fade the hot guy and a little regression. Irish King says Chicago and over. Twisted says Golden State. Robert says the Bulls. Nobody has any true opinion on this game, it feels like right now. And Perky, Bulls and under. And little prop action there. Twisted, maybe going under. Fernando going under as well. We'll give you 237, Fernando. I'm on the under with you. We're going 235. Okay, we could do this. All right. I think we got that one going there. next up, we got to keep it going here. A great game here. Thunder and Grizzlies. Wow. How about this one for a little? This one wouldn't be the most popular Western Conference Finals. Both teams come in with a four-game winning streak here right now. Oklahoma City's won 5 straight meetings against Memphis, but this is usually a home-dominated series for sure. Just about every time, it's the home team win and cover. It feels like when these two teams meet. Of course, Memphis has won 10 of their last 11 games overall, but Oklahoma City, they've won 21 of their last 24 games, favored. This is a good matchup here. Memphis right now is on a long-term spread streak. We already know, look, these two teams are combined 64 and 34 against the spread. The only negative here is maybe the Thunder have given back a little bit here in the last couple of games. They still won the last game against Toronto last night, but they did not cover, laying those 19 points. Before that, though, they were on a roll. But remember, they had that little slip up with about, 3 in a row they lost. But still, Memphis. So this long-term Memphis covering streak right now, 33, 16, and 2. Oklahoma City 31, 18, and 2. So what are you going to do here in this? I'm going to go to the total in this one. These two teams are definitely over teams. Oklahoma City's gone over in 17 of their last 23. Memphis has gone over in 15 of their last 21. Memphis is 13-3 to the over as a dog. OKC, they've gone over in pretty much every game for the last 3 weeks. So I'll take the over with Oklahoma City and Memphis tonight. And let's see if you guys have anything here. Robert's on the over. Twisted says, I'll take the Grizz. Ziggy said go under. Art Thompson's on the under as well. Thomas says, don't forget, we're going to get, what a pro wants, what a pro needs. Get the return of the tall white kid from Gonzaga. Give him to me, you guys. Thomas is telling me. Chet Holmgren. You almost forget, right? Grizzlies here for Fernando. Cash Kane with the over. Here's a little SGA. Roberts going over. And, that was a commercial, Perky. That was the commercial with SGA and Holmgren last year. Remember when they sang together? And it was a little uncomfortable. Trey Berry here today. He's on Memphis. It's going to be an awesome game for sure. Okay, talk about awesome games. Man, this is quite a card. Well, where's Nate? Because it's time, right? The time is now. This is the role you want the Boston Celtics in, especially if they're going to be taking on the New York Knicks, it feels like. When coming off of a loss, when then the Celtics are on the road as a favorite, they just win and cover every single time. That's pretty much it. So why wouldn't they do it again today against the rival Knicks? Now the Knicks are playing pretty great as well. Hats off to them. This is a great game tonight for sure. Both teams similar records. Coming into this one, and the Knicks are getting the points at home, but
critical notice.
I'd be rolling with the trend. Pretty much with the Celtics every time. But for me, I'm actually going to pivot to the total in this one. Maybe you guys, I feel like the chat could be split. Maybe you guys will go on Boston. Maybe I should make it clear what that number, is, right? I think it's 9 in a row. Let me see here with Boston. Yes, 9 straight games. They've covered the spread off of cover the spread on the road off of a loss. That's what it is. So perfect situation here for the Celtics. This is where you want the Celtics usually, but I'm going to go to the total here with Boston and New York. And I'm actually going to look for this one to go under here tonight. I don't know if the trends would necessarily back me up here in this one. I think if you look at it overall, you may think over. The Knicks are pretty steady over at home. Boston though is 9-17 to the under on the road, and I would think that this matchup here tonight at especially if it's 231, has it really gone up here? It's 232 right now with the Celtics and the Knicks. I don't think this one's going to be like that. I know the first meeting of the season was like that. It was 132 to 109 in favor of Boston. They did cover in that game. I've got the under tonight with Boston and the Knicks. You guys got a lot of comments on this game for sure. With Trey Berry likes Boston. Ray's got a prop. Ziggy likes Boston. Cash Kane likes Boston. Thomas is on the Knicks. He's not buying into what I'm selling, but Bobby Mack is on Boston. Knicks money line here for Perky. Says Cat's going to have some threes. He's got the Knicks on the money line. Looking good there. There's our Tomps on the Knicks. So definitely back and forth here between everyone. Also, Irish King went with the Knicks. Perky, he likes the under with me in this one. Here's Memphis. A little Memphis back there for Irish King. No problem there. Knicks money line and over here for Twisted. Also, all right, let's see here. I think that's it for you guys in that one. All right, we got to keep it moving here right now with the Nuggets taking on the Celtics here tonight. Nuggets and Suns here tonight. And look, Suns have a lot of problems. We know that they're not very good here. Also here, just seeing here, I think one quick note, this might be just coming in here. Oh, no, we're good to go. Okay, let's just talk about this one. You got the hot Nuggets coming in here, taking on the Suns. The Suns are pretty bad against the spread for sure at home. They're just 6-12 against the spread as an underdog, 8-16 against the spread at home. But Denver, they're not anything too special here, although they are much better spread-wise against Phoenix. But you know what? You don't want Phoenix as a home favorite, right? Maybe as a home dog. Maybe I'm more interested in Phoenix here tonight. Let me know what you have in this one here. Denver comes in with a 5-game winning streak. I get that. Suns, we've been betting against them all year, but I think I'm going to be on them here right now. Denver has won 9 straight against teams on a back-to-back, and Phoenix really doesn't cover the spread in this role. Man, what to do? All right. I'm going to end up on the over here. I can't do it. I'm going to go over with Phoenix and Denver tonight. Man, I really want this one as a premium, but I'm just going to have to go with it because I can't. I really want to take Phoenix, but I can't do it. Give me the over here in this one. At least Denver is 22-16 to the over as a favorite. The Suns have gone over in 6 straight games, so give me the over with the Nuggets and the Suns. I really want to go premium there, but going to give it out here on the show as my favorite play on this one. All right. Blues on the over, Ziggy's on the under, Nuggets here and under for Twisted. Perky on the Suns says they'll be better without KD. I probably agree with that for sure. Definitely agree with what he says there. And I'm going to take the over. Couple more here in the NBA. Let me punch out a little more steam for the balls. We've got Samford here in East Tennessee. Samford in East Tennessee. This one just got steam moments ago to the over in this one. Over in Samford in East Tennessee. I think it's up to 147.5. Also, Western Carolina and Greensboro is getting steamed here right now. To the over, Western Carolina and Greensboro, it was 141. We're up to 142, 142.5. Western Carolina already got steamed. I think we mentioned that. And now it's getting steamed to the over, Western Carolina and Greensboro. Also, Brown and Columbia took steam in their Ivy League matchup today. It was 153.5. We're down to 152.5 here right now with Brown and Columbia steam here to the under. That was a great Penn-Princeton game last night, except I did not have a good pick on it. All right, William and Mary in Delaware is taking some steam here to the under. It was 168, but we are all the way down here to 166 with William and Mary in Delaware. Two teams that definitely going over, but there is something to be said for some of these Delaware conference games at home. Pardon me, that do go under long term. So, okay. Also, Georgia Southern and Western Michigan, we're seeing some steam here to the over in this one. Big time move here. Georgia Southern and Western Michigan. It was 148. We're up to 150.5 here with Georgia Southern and Western Michigan. Also, Air Force took some steam here in their matchup today. We already mentioned that steam to the over in New Mexico and Air Force. Well, Air Force was getting 16. They're down to 15 here with New Mexico favored on the road, but Air Force takes the steam against the Lobos.
System playing.
Pelicans and Kings here now in this one. Another decent game, it feels like, even though the Pelicans are pretty bad here, but the Kings here with their bit of a new look lineup here now as well, with the Zach LaVine fitting into the situation. And the Kings are going to be favored here by just 6.5 coming in to this one. New Orleans has covered the last 7 meetings against Sacramento here, so this is actually a pretty good matchup for the Pelicans, although they have been pretty bad on some of these road trips here. It feels like right now for New Orleans, they've on a big losing streak. They just got swept out big time in a couple of games against Denver. They did cover against Boston at home, but we'll see if the Kings get it together. They just lost to Portland a couple of nights ago and also lost to Orlando. So they've had some struggles here as well of late after that hot streak that they were on. So see if you guys have a pick here in this one. New Orleans does very, very well in this series. I think I'm probably willing to take the points. Still, Sacramento has won 7 of their last 8 games at home. They've also gone over in 5 of their last 6 games. I'm going to go with New Orleans here in this one as my pick, plus 6.5 or so. And let's see what we have here with Pelicans for Ziggy. Thomas says he's going to parlay the Pacers and the Kings. Irish went with the Magic back in that other game there. He might be behind us a little bit. There's Nasty Nate and his Celtics. And here comes another guy, another troller, same guy, doing the same thing. But I'll let him in there. I know it's the same. I want to make fun of him a little bit. Pelicans, their Kings have no business. And we got to get. So it's see, it's the same guy. You guys are kind of making that dirty name the other day that said like resting my testicles on So I think that one. I think before it gets a little too out of control, just gonna have to do it. Oh, I like this one. When's the last time I had a date? Yeah, I can't even think the one that I had that I paid for. Or all right, there we go. All right, here we go right now, and gonna move on to the last game here with the Jazz and the Clippers. Now, look at this one. You got the Clips here favored by 15.5, maybe even 16 now, and the total also has risen here. I guess the Clippers are going to blow them out, but man, do you really want to do this? 225, 225 and a half or so, it feels like right now with the Clippers. Favored big time here in this one. Oh, I gotta break this in. We got Indiana and Drake steam right now. Let's go. We gotta break the steam here. Especially anytime Drake is playing, right? So Indiana State and Drake. Here's the steam coming in right now in this one. It was one steam to the over here with Indiana State and Drake. It was 137, but going up here right now with Indiana State and Drake. And the total now here is all the way up to 137.5. So 1.5 move at least there on Indiana State and Drake. All right. Hello to Joe T in the chat today. Ray was on the Pelicans in that one. And let's see here. Ray is on the Jazz here. We're on this last game. Jazz first half. Lots of Jazz. You guys want to take the Jazz. The Jazz are doing a very nice job here right now for sure. Covering some numbers. Thomas is on Utah as well. Man. All right. I might have to switch to the total here because I was thinking I was going to come in here. And yes, I mean, the Clippers were a minus 13-point favorite last night. And now they're all the way up to 16 here at a few books. But back to this same situation with the Jazz, right? Yeah, Markkanen's probable, but you got Sexton questionable, Clarkson questionable. And, so that could impact them here tonight. And Thomas already says Jazz are a consensus play here against the Clippers. So I'm going to have to pivot. Because I was going to go for the absolute crushing blowout. I know a lot of people aren't believing in the Clippers at this point still, but all right. Clippers have covered 9 of the last 11 meetings against Utah. This is a big spread. We know that. So, all right. Utah's gone over in 14 of their last 20 games on the road. All right, I'm gonna make a quick adjustment here so I can play the total now in this one. So let me make sure I got it right here. And I am on the under here in this one. I'm going to fade that steam. I'm going under with the Jazz and the Clippers here tonight. Give me the under. All right. Ziggy just went over as soon as I typed that in. No problem, Ziggy. I wasn't fading you. But no problem. Hey, Flea's here today. Thank you. And Robert Franklin's got some props in there. Thank you. All right, that's it for the NBA. We've got to move to the NHL here with Utah, and they're taking on the Hurricane. we got it right for once. Utah taking on the Hurricanes here in this one. Could be Vejmelka, could be Kashetkov here. And look, we're just going to run through these plays here real quick. Like we might cover a few tips and trends a little bit, but with all these games, we still got a huge college basketball card to run down as well. So let's take a look here at some of these. Utah on the road, 23, 22, and 9. Carolina, 32, 19, and 4 coming in. Carolina's won 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two franchises. If you know what I mean, the former Arizona Coyotes. Carolina here, let's see. I'll make sure that if we have any goalie confirmation. Nothing yet with these two, but Kashetkov, 19 and 10 with a 2.48 goals against. We'll see if it's Vejmelka in there for Utah today. Utah comes in having won 2 straight over Columbus and Philadelphia, but Carolina 20 and 6 at home so far this season. You look at the puck line though, Carolina just 22 and 27 as a puck line favorite. Utah 18 and 11 as a puck line underdog coming in. Utah's not, awful on the road as far as money is concerned. They're actually slightly profitable. And Carolina profitable at home, though, as well. So see what you guys have in this one with Utah taking on Carolina today. And I'm going to take the Utah Hockey Club on the puck line here in this one. And
Steam playing.
All right, some steam coming in right now. Couple games here I want to touch on. Bryant and Binghamton on the extra board. We're seeing some steam here to the under. It was 150.5. We're down to 149.5 right now. Steam came in just moments ago with Bryant and Binghamton. Steam to the under there. Also, Boston U and Holy Cross. We already saw Boston U take the steam. Now it's coming in on the under here with Boston U and Holy Cross. It was 130. We're down to 128. Big move here. Boston U and Holy Cross. Also, steam comes in. One of the early games here, a big one with Tennessee and Oklahoma. Steam to the over here in this one. Full disclosure, this is my pick on this game when we preview it, so we won't spend too long on it. Steam to the over with Tennessee and Oklahoma. That's a noontime start, up to 139.5 right now. All right, back to the action here. I'm taking Utah plus the goal and a half in that matchup with Carolina. Right now, Utah is plus 1.5 at minus 135. And Hurricanes puck line here. Ziggy went with the under. And Canes in regulation for Robert Franklin. Redbeard, Canes and over. Lots of Carolina support. It almost feels like a consensus. Everyone seems to be on them. Here. Billy Eagle Flyer likes the Canes team total over. Me and Doge are going to be on the Utah Coyotes. Maybe. How's that? How's that for a nickname, right? All right, we're underway. Lightning and the Red Wings here in this one. And all right, you got Lightning here on the road, $1.50. 6.5 under 20. They're favored here with the Lightning on the road coming in 29, 20, and 4. Detroit 28, 21, and 5. Man, Detroit's doing a nice job for sure with this incredible winning streak that they're on right now. Hats off to the Red Wings. It's a good vibe for sure, the way things are going right now. But this one feels like it's going to be a little bit tougher. But still, the price, it feels like it's just too high at this point for the way things are going. And man, could I do it here? I think I want to try them again. These Red Wings are so hot. No, the Lightning are very good club, no doubt about it. But man, the Red Wings, as hot as they are, it feels like this is 20 cents too high. Probably just going to base this on the line being too high, even if Tampa Bay is the better team here. But Detroit's on this winning streak, obviously. 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Right now, I mean, I feel like that's probably going to be the case today. The total actually is, well, it is 6/15. It looks like it's dipped a little bit here, but I'm going to try the Red Wings as an underdog at home here against the Lightning. Keep it going, Detroit. All right, let's see what we got here. And let's see, Thomas says he's not sure. Maybe the Hurricanes were a consensus play there on the puck line. Okay, so consensus going to fade Ramon for the second time here today. And all right, no problem. I'll go against Team Steam. That's what they want to do. All right, here we go with, let's see, Ziggy went with the Lightning. And here's an over for Philly Eagle Flyer. He'll take it down to 5.5. 5.5 over, probably at minus 35 or so, 40. Detroit Red Wings for Irish King. Redbeard says, take Detroit. Joe will go over in the first period of this one. Fernando's going under for the game. Cash Kane likes the Lightning. He also likes a couple of player props. There's that Carolina play from Thomas. All right. Nuke says coaching change has led to the success for the Red Wings, and I'm going to take him here as well, as so is Twisted. Next up is the Devils here on the road, taking on the Canadiens. And this one, wow, Devils, big favorite here against Montreal. And why not? I mean, they're the better team for sure. They are coming off of a loss. They've been alternating wins and losses here, actually, of late. Lost to VGK last time out. For Montreal, they just coming back off of a 3-game road trip right now in this one. They're going to host here as an underdog in this one. So let's see what you have here with the Canadiens taking on the Devils here at home. New Jersey's won 5 straight meetings here in Montreal, but man, still a pretty big price when you're talking $1.60-ish here right now. Maybe down to $1.50 here at some of the sharp spots right now. Can the Canadiens kind of get back to their winning ways? They definitely want to have, kind of the all-star break to come in. So, or the 4 nations, All right. Nobody coming in with much on this one, I'm afraid. All right. Give me the Canadiens here. I'm going to take Montreal against New Jersey here tonight. I'll take them as a dog. All right, we got the Golden Knights taking on the Bruins here in this one. Got the Golden Knights, $1.60, and the total 5.5 here tonight. Golden Knights favored here, but still closely rated game, it feels like. They ended their losing streak last time out with a win over New Jersey. Boston, meanwhile, has won 2 of their last 3. They did lose to the Rangers last time out, but they've had a couple of days off here to get ready for this one. Golden Knights on the road here, 4th straight game here on this road trip. Boston's won 6 of their last 7 at home. Vegas has covered the puck line last 5 trips into here right now, for 5 of the last 6 years into Boston. Vegas has gone under in 5 of their last 6 games overall.
Steam playing.
See what the chat has
System
here in
playing.
this one. And let's take a look. Cash Kane is on the Canadians back in that other game. So was Doge. Ziggy took the Knights. And Redbeard is on the Bruins. All right. Twisted back on that other game. Devils and Canadians under. Cash Kane likes the Bruins on the puck line here. All right. And, well, for me, man, this line just keeps going up too high, it feels like. But Big O says Knights -1. Doge says, this is kind of the spot for the Bruins. I kind of want to take them too, but that puck line is just too high at $1.95. So I feel like maybe the line's just gone too high here, and I want to take the Bruins now. All right, sprinkle the draw right there. I'm on the Bruins. I'm going to try them here as a dog today against the Knights. Look, the Knights were losing games just, a few games ago. So, all right, next up, Penguins and Flyers here. We just saw this one get slammed to the under. I'm surprised as the steam buzzer didn't go off here in this one. It's definitely 5.5 right now, almost 5.5 flat. Maybe it's shaded to the over here, but right now it is Flyers $1.50 or so, maybe a little bit lower at this point, and the total 5.5 over at -115 or so. We'll see what you guys have in this rivalry game, this division rivalry game here. Philadelphia does seem to be kind of the popular play amongst the Sharps here, but man, I don't know if I can go with this under the way it is right now. Ton of steam coming in here. We really should touch on it. All right, see what you have here with Philadelphia taking on the Flyers today. Pittsburgh. Look, this isn't a great spot for them, that's for sure. They've been giving money away on the road all season. They're one of the worst road teams in the league, but they are winning a few games here of late, and the Flyers come in on a kind of a losing streak. However, the Flyers are 11-3 as a favorite so far this season, so they're probably in the right role here at this point, even with this losing streak that they're on right now. Ziggy likes the over. Doge says give him the Pens. Cash Kane likes the Pens as well. I'm going with the Philadelphia Flyers in this one. Take the Flyers at -$1.40. Next up is the Blackhawks taking on the Blues here. Division matchup with the Blues, a big 250 favorite in this one right now, and the total is 6. Now 5.5 over, I think, like it says on screen there for sure. The Blues, obviously huge favorite here, but they're not that good. Come on. They are 4-9 as a puck line favorite so far this season. Meanwhile, Chicago 28-22, but still Chicago on the road a little bit different than Chicago at home, where maybe they're a little bit better at getting those puck lines a little bit. I'm probably going to have to try the Blues, but let's see if you guys have anything on this one. We're moving quickly here. Soderblom and Bennington and this one. It just keeps going up, man. It is a pretty high price here now, but probably still going to do it. See what you guys have. Maybe I'll just got to go to the total here, it feels like. Here's Ziggy on the Blues -1.5. All right, I'm going to end up on the under here. You still got a Blues team that is 8-17 to the under at home. Chicago 3-6-1 to the under in their last 10 games. Give me the under in this one with the Blues and Chicago. Blues have gone under in each of their last 4 games right now. Lost to Florida 3-2, lost to Edmonton 3-2, beat Utah 2-1. So I think that's the way I'll look at this one. All right, got one more here. First period over for Redbeard. 9 of the last 12 meetings in St. Louis between the two teams have gone over, but I'm going to take the under in this one. St. Louis has won 8 of the last 9 meetings overall against Chicago, covering the puck line in 5 of the last 6 meetings overall. So,
Steam playing.
all right, we'll take a pause here with a bunch of college steam that came in real quick. Can we do it with Iona taking the steam in their matchup today? Iona was plus 4.5, but they took some steam here in their game tonight against Marist. And right now, Iona is now plus 3.5 in that game against Marist. Iona took the steam just a few moments ago. Also, Elon took the steam here in their matchup against College of Charleston. They were a 4.5-point dog. This one's probably going to go all the way to 3 here with the steam coming in on Elon against College of Charleston. Richmond and Davidson, top of the board. Steam to the under here right now with the game between Richmond and Davidson. It was 136. We're down to 135 in the matchup with Richmond and Davidson. Charleston Southern and Gardner Webb. Here's steam to the over in this one between Charleston Southern and Gardner Webb. Those two teams have had some overs this year in their respective games, it feels like. And this one was 149. We're up to 150.5 here with Charleston Southern and Gardner Webb. Also, Queens College. Who's been scoring with Queens College, you guys? They've been making money, haven't they? It feels like they took the steam here. They were -4. They're down to -3. They might be down to -2 here right now. Queens College taking the steam against Lipscomb right this second. Fairfield is taking steam right now in their game tonight. Fairfield was a plus 2-point underdog in their matchup against Sacred Heart, but right now it's down to 1. Fairfield just took the steam here against Sacred Heart. Bellarmine took steam in their matchup with Jacksonville. It was 14. This one's down to 12. Bellarmine hasn't been a great cover, that's for sure. Jacksonville's got some covers, but Bellarmine took the steam. Hey, here's one from the NBA just now, and it follows what I recommended. Spurs Magic steam to the under right now. What did I say? 219? It's down to 217, I believe, here right now. Spurs and Magic. We're out in front of that move. It sounds like steam to the under right now. 217 at a lot of books with Spurs and Magic. Austin P took the steam here just moments ago. Austin P was a 7-point. Let me get this one in here though real quick. Bigger game here. Texas A&M and Missouri. We are seeing steam to the over in this one with Texas A&M and Missouri. This one, full disclosure, we won't even preview it when we get there. I was going to give out the over in the preview when we get there. It was 143 when no wonder I was going over. It's 145.5 now. Big move over Texas A&M and Missouri, and I believe it. All right, let's keep it going back to the ice here. Oh, the Austin P game. I wanted to squeeze that one in. Austin P was a 7.5-point favorite. They're now up to 8.5. They took the steam against Central Arkansas. Austin P took the steam. Also, Miami and Louisville took steam to the over in their matchup today at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific. It was 151.5. It's now 152.5 here with Miami and Louisville game to the over. Also, Pine Bluff took some steam in their matchup against Alcorn. This will get the Blue Balls happy here. Pine Bluff was getting 9. They're getting 8 now. They took the steam against Alcorn for some reason. Pine Bluff took the steam. All right. Let's continue on here now and go back to the ice. And we left off with the Rangers taking on the Blue Jackets here in this one. And hard to not go with the Blue Jackets, it feels like every single time, right? I mean, every time they're at home, there's no reason to ignore this now. I mean, you're making over a half a unit every time you bet on these guys. Now, they have lost 3 games in a row right now, including a loss to Utah at home. So maybe you just try them on the puck line or something, I guess. But they're not a huge dog here necessarily in the matchup today. Right now, the Blue Jackets are plus $1.25 or so at some of the sharp books here at this point. So see what you want to do here with this one with the Rangers and the Blue Jackets here in Columbus today. There's still that money-making team, it feels like, doesn't it? Got Elvis in the building. You got Quick going likely in this one. So let's see what you want to do here with the Rangers and the Blue Jackets. I'm going with the under myself. That's going to be my play here on the show. You have Columbus. They've gone under in 7 of their last 10 games overall coming into this one. And the Rangers have gone under in 7 straight games against Columbus when coming in off of a loss. The Rangers have gone under in 4 of their last 5, although on the road they've been going over for the most part of late. They were on kind of a road trip there. I mean, a homestand there against Pittsburgh, Boston, and VGK, winning 2 out of 3 in that homestand. All right, and we're going to have action here with the Rangers and the Blue Jackets.
Final.
Here we go to the chat. And here's Joe says, the Blue Jackets are playing. You know where I'm headed on this one. Philly Eagle Flyers got an over trifecta here. Irish King went with the Boston Bruins there. Way back there. Ziggy's on the under, I guess, here in this one. Not much from you guys there. Let's go to the Senators and the Panthers here in this one. You've got the Panthers, $1.80. Big favorite here against the Senators. Okay. I get that. I mean, you do have the Panthers coming in 33, 20, and 3, but Ottawa's been one of the hottest teams around, even though they've lost 2 in a row. Florida's won the last 5 times here at home playing Ottawa, but huge favorite here, $1.80 right now. The total 5.5 over at -115. So what can you do here when Ottawa takes on Florida tonight in Sunrise? Okay, we'll let you guys get your pick together here in this one, and I'll make my selection as well. You know, I'm going to take Ottawa on the puck line here. Ottawa's gone over in 5 straight. 5 straight meetings between these two teams have gone under. But I'm going to take the Senator. Well, what is the puck line? If it's $1.75 or more, it might be a problem. Minus $1.70. I'll still take it. I'm taking Ottawa here on the puck line today in this one. All right. Take a look at your comments in here. We got 56 of you still hanging on with me. Let's see here. Doge is on CBJ. Doge is on the Panthers. Ziggy's on the over. And here's Redbeard, Florida and over. Oh, one more had. Todd Clinton says, Omar gets lit up. Going to take the over here in this one. Maple Leafs taking on the Canucks here in this one. You've got the Maple Leafs on the road, $1.40. Now, Vancouver, we've seen them pull off some pretty, good surprises, some upsets, no doubt. They just won their last 2 games over San Jose, but before that, they beat Colorado. And, but they've done most of their best work on the road. Vancouver at home is costing you nearly 43 cents on the dollar every time you're playing them at home. Meanwhile, at least the Maple Leafs are a little bit better than a break-even position on the road. 14-8 record on the road, 24-16 as a favorite. Vancouver just 11-17 overall as an underdog. So let's see what you got here. Hockey night, Toronto and Vancouver. Vancouver's gone under in 5 straight games. Toronto's won 9 of their last 11 on the road here. All right, let's hear it from the chat.
Final.
Things are starting to pop off. It's going to be a big day. All right, I'm ready to settle in here, I think, on this one, and I'm going to take the under with Toronto and Vancouver tonight as my play here on the Morning Steam Show. Here is Philly Eagle Flyer on the Jackets game to go over, and Irish King likes Vancouver. And Jermaine likes Toronto here. Says they've been doing well facing off against these Pacific Division foes. They just like beating the Pacific. Next up, got the Sabres here taking on the Predators. In this one, you got the Predators, $1.35 at home here against the Sabres. And Nashville on this big losing streak here right now. Man, they've lost 5. They've lost how many in a row now? A lot. The struggles continue. Okay. See if I... How many has it been? 5 in a row? Buffalo's won 4 in a row. We know that. Buffalo, comes in here hot. They beat Columbus. They beat New Jersey. They beat Nashville. They beat Boston to sweep a 4-game homestand. But now they're heading back out on the road against these sharp Nashville Predators. I don't know if, maybe they can snap their losing streak here against the Sabres with Annunen in goal here in this one. And we'll see what you guys want to do here. But Nashville, they've lost 6 straight games when favored right now. Not a great role for them. They're just 13-20 as a favorite. Just dreadful, actually. They are 12-10 at home. They've actually failed to cover the puck line in 7 straight games coming in. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone under. So let's see here with Buffalo and Nashville. This feels like kind of the clunker of the night to a certain extent. All right, Buffalo coming in so hot. Can you take them here in this one? I'm going to go to the chat before I make my call.
Final.
See if anybody's playing this one. Here is Doge on the Sabres. Philly Eagle Flyer likes Toronto. Here's Philly Eagle Flyer on the Sabres as well.
Steam playing.
Todd says take the Sabres to win another one here. Ziggy's on the under here, and he's got his other plays as well. Thank you, Ziggy. All right. Well, I like the under too, but I was going to use that as a premium, I think here. All right. Well, obviously Buffalo's so hot at this point. I'll try Buffalo here. But, yeah, I'm probably going to be taking a premium on that under. Let's keep it going here right now. We're almost through the almost through the hockey here with the plays with the Islanders on the road taking on the Wild. Wild $1.55 total here, 5.5 under, minus 15, maybe slightly favored here in this matchup. All right, for the Wild in this one, let's see here. All right. Minnesota has won the last 5 meetings between these two teams. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams here in Minnesota have gone under. Islanders have covered the puck line in 9 of their last 10 overall. They're 8-2 in their last 10 straight up. Minnesota's still 21-9 as at home. Or no, I'm sorry, as a favorite this season at home. They were just a 500 team. Remember, they've done most of their work, but best work as a favorite so far this season. So let's see what you have here with Sorokin and Gus possibly in goal here. Minnesota, the line has just been going up and up and up. Probably not much value here, but I don't know if I can get away from not taking them here in this game, man. I really want the Wild. I want to take them as a premium, but the price is just not that great. All right, let's see here what you have in this one. I think I'm probably just end up playing the total here, going under.
System play.
The Islanders go under in every game, so see what is it at now? 10 in a row, 11 in a row to the under? I don't know. It seems like every game goes under, except for, let's see. All right. Okay, they didn't go under against Winnipeg, obviously, the other night, 4-3, 2-1 against BGK. The Florida game was 6-3, so that's 2 out of the last 3 have gone over. All right, I'm still going under. It's not a premium, but I'm going to take the under here with the Islanders and the Wild. So it is 5.5 after all. Oh, also want to mention, I'm seeing that they're talking a little bit of golf here on the screen on the show, but so we 2 of our golfers this week missed the cut. But I do want to add that we took Smalley at 175-1, and currently Smalley is 2 strokes back currently at the Phoenix Open. Smalley is tied for second, 2 strokes back of Thomas Detry. He's tied with Michael Kim, and currently at 10 under. He shot a 65 yesterday. So our guy is at 75-1 or 175-1. He's tied for second. Want to mention that from our picks on Winnable this week. All right, here we go. Thank you, Ziggy. You did a great job today. Appreciate it. Wild in regulation here for Jermaine. Still got 50 of you hanging on, so I'll keep going. Philly Eagle Flyers got his plays in there. Doge says, take the Wild. Easy in this one. I'll probably agree with that. All right, I think I got my play, though, in there on the under. Let's go. We're almost done with hockey here. Kraken and the – whoops. There we go. Kraken and the Flames here in this one. And you've got the Flames favored here, $1.30 only. Total 5.5 now. Juice to the over here. And Calgary at home, man. What are we thinking? What's going on here? I know this is a series where the underdog usually gets it done, having won 6 of the last 7 meetings here. Man, Calgary, these division games continue to go under for Calgary time and time again right now. 13 straight division games have gone under. I usually don't make comparisons too much between the other divisions unless it's specifically on the road. For example, a Pacific Division team on the road against the Atlantic, where they might play the same teams in the same cities. But when you're talking about division opponents, I definitely look closely into that. Anyway, Kraken comes in having lost 3 straight games to Toronto, Detroit, and Calgary, all at home. Calgary won the last meeting 3-2 at Seattle. So this looks like a pretty good price, actually, with Calgary today. And like I said, all those division games here feels like I'm probably going to end up taking the Calgary Flames. In this one, I got to take Calgary here against Seattle as my pick. And let's see, nothing from you guys in that one. So I'll just skip on down here to the Stars and Sharks. Here we got the Stars minus 270, total 6.5 under 25 here in this one. Look, you got anytime you got the Stars playing, you got to be thinking under, don't you? In these matchups, although you do have Gurdjieff in there against Casey DeSmith, so you do have the backups a little bit in there, especially for the Stars today without Ottinger likely in there. Expected to have Casey DeSmith today, it looks like. So let's see what you have here, maybe in this one. Not going to be a great game, obviously, with the crummy Stars, but Dallas has won the last 5 meetings between the two, yet the Sharks have covered the puck line in 5 of the last 6 meetings at home against Dallas. So, all right, see what you like here, though, in this one with the Stars and the Sharks and a ton of steam coming in. We're going to cover it here as soon as we get to the basketball. No comments from you on this one, so give me the San Jose Sharks on the puck line. Make sure of that, actually. Yeah, give me San Jose on the puck line here in this one. Vegas is getting steamed right now in their matchup. Vegas Golden Knights in their matchup against the Bruins. They're probably going to go back up to $1.60 or so right now. I know we took the Bruins, but the Knights are getting steamed right this second against the Bruins today. Last one here is the Ducks and the Kings. And so you got the Battle of LA here tonight. See how this one also getting steamed right now. Utah Hockey Club. Hockey Club is getting steamed on the road here at plus $1.90 or so. They're going to go down to plus $1.75 as the Hurricanes against the Hurricanes. Utah Hockey Club's getting steamed right now against the Hurricanes. How about that? All right, Ducks here and Kings tonight in LA. This steam is going off. We got to get to it. And let's see what you guys have in this one tonight with the Ducks and the Kings. I think I know probably where I'm headed, but let's see if you guys have anything. This steam is going off, and I want to get some of it to you right now. So, all right, LA's won 8 straight at home when coming off of a win, but they're a massive favorite here in this one. So, still, Ducks are profitable on the road. They win you a quarter of a unit per game on the road. Meanwhile, LA is the best home team, one of the best, if not the best home team, except teams named Columbus. So, but LA does it as a favorite. Still, Anaheim's covered 8 straight puck lines on the road, coming off of a road win. And not only that, Anaheim has covered 5 of their last 6 puck lines overall. Los Angeles has won 12 of their last 13 games at home right now. Give me the under in this one. I'll just take the under. Seems like a tough game there, actually, even with that puck line. Maybe the Ducks can stay in there and make it a 1-goal game tonight, but I'll take the under here in this one. Ducks have won 2 in a row over Dallas and Montreal. LA with wins over Dallas, Montreal, and Carolina. But the Ducks still 18-33 to the under this season. Kings are 11-16 to the under as a favorite, and I'll take the under, and that's it for hockey. Got some Kings plays in here from you guys. Let's stay hot. Let's stay hot right now. Let's go to the Steam, and then we'll maybe give out about 10 or 12 college basketball plays in the biggest games of the day. My college basketball A package is available right now at Winnable for the first 3-hour segment. I think I got about a dozen games up there. Day like today, I'm bound to have 2 dozen or more, actually. Steam came in just moments ago, Niagara and Quinnipiac. Steam to the over. It was 141. It's now 142.5 here with Niagara and Quinnipiac. Steam to the over. Also, South Alabama and Akron.
System playing.
Steam to the under in that one. It was 146. We're down to 145 right now with South Alabama and Akron. Marquette and Creighton. This one is in our preview coming up here in just a moment, and I'll just mention it right now. Over was my play in this one with Marquette and Creighton, and the Steam came into the over. It was 145. It's going to be up to 146.5 here right now. I like the over. Marquette and Creighton is my morning Steam play, although over was my morning Steam play. So we won't need too many of those games when we get going here right now. All right, maybe just a couple more here real quick on the added board. Oh, let me get to this one, NBA. Warriors and Bulls. I said take the under. This Steam is coming in on the over in the Warriors and the Bulls game. Wow, it's going to be up to 241. Well, I'm going to get a great price there, but there's no doubt the Steam came in on the over with the Warriors and the Bulls just moments ago. It's on the move up to 241. Warriors and Bulls. North Carolina Central and Howard. Howard already took that Steam we mentioned a little while ago, and now the Steam is coming in on the over. The Steam is going to take this one from 155 all the way up to 157, maybe even 157.5 here with North Carolina Central and Howard. All right, let's scroll down here. A few college plays today. Let me get another Steam play in here. Western Illinois and Tennessee Martin. We mentioned the Steam came in on Western Illinois. Now the Steam has come in on the under in that game between Western Illinois and Tennessee Martin. It was 135 down to 134 here right now with Tennessee Martin and Western Illinois. Tennessee Tech also took some steam here just moments ago. Tennessee Tech was a 4.5-point favorite. They're up to 5.5 right now against Eastern Illinois. Tennessee Tech taking some steam here on the Morning Steam Show. Also, right now, Tulane and North Texas Steam to the over here in this one. In a North Texas game, Steam to the over, huh? Okay, it was 123. We're up to 124.5 with Tulane and North Texas Steam to the over just moments ago. Also, Harvard and Dartmouth. We're going to the Ivies for this next one between Harvard and Dartmouth. I don't know what the Sharps are seeing here. This is a series that always goes under. I know the Ivies are going over this year. That's obvious, but are they really going over in Harvard and Dartmouth? This is what the Sharps are saying. It was 146. We're up to 147, maybe even 147.5. Steam to the over with Harvard and Dartmouth. Also, the big one in the Big West tonight is seeing some steam here to the over. Wow. In UC San Diego and Irvine. That's the battle for the Big West first place right now with UC San Diego and Irvine. The steam was 139 up to 140 here. I'm surprised by that. Irvine is one of the best defensive teams in the entire country, but the Steam, for their respective, they play the rating against your similar competition. It's not like they're going to go over there and hold Tennessee to 50 points or something, but for the teams that they play, Irvine has been a dominant defensive team this season, but the Steam came in on the over. All right.
System play.
Okay, I was wondering what was going on there. I was watching the match here just moments ago with Bronzetti, and I was like, wow, Bronzetti beat uh, Siniakova in that finals match. I mean, it was closely rated, but Siniakova had to retire. I was wondering why. I was like, man, why is Bronzetti? Uh, the match was over so fast. I couldn't figure it out, but it is a retirement here. Bronzetti wins that title. Okay. Let me get back to the action here. We got to go to these college basketball games here, obviously. Also, St. Mary's and Oregon State. This one, here's another one. We're not even going to have college basketball coverage. Steam to the under with St. Mary's and Oregon State. That is the play that I was going to give out when we get there, right? It was 130 when I was like, oh, let's take the under here. Now it's 128. It might even be 127.5 right now. Steam to the under for sure. St. Mary's and Oregon State. All right. I think we can finally read off a couple of these plays here anyway. Florida A&M and Texas Southern took some steam to the over. It was 141. It's up to 143.5 right now between Florida A&M and Texas Southern. Also, East Carolina took some steam here in a late game tonight with the Pirates taking the steam against Texas San Antonio. They were a 1.5 point favorite. Call them 2.5 now. East Carolina took the steam. All right, I'm going to roll over some of these plays
Final
here, and looks like we may have been bumped off of X here, so our views are dropping. Maybe it's just me. Hello to Dr. Boobies. He took over in the Martin game. And here we go. We're going to the baskets. Tennessee and Oklahoma. I guess I already mentioned it, right? The steam came in on the over, and I said I want to take the over here in this one today with Tennessee and Oklahoma. It is up to 148, or not 148, 141 right now. So a little bit of a move here, but I'm already on the over, or I am now, or I will be as soon as this show is over. But I like the over here with Tennessee and Oklahoma. Thank you, Joe W., for some plays here, it looks like. Michigan and Indiana in this one. You have Michigan, a 2.5 point favorite here on the road, maybe even 3. It's 3 everywhere. So, hey, I know I grade myself tough, but I'm going to take 3 points with Indiana. Michigan is obviously the team on the move here. I am taking Indiana in this one at home against Michigan. Yeah, Mike Woodson is on the way out. We get that. But I'm still going to take Indiana here at home against Michigan in this one. All right. And we're just going over the plays. Not going to be time necessarily for any trends or something like that. Perky did like the team total over for UT, I think there is what he was saying. Thank you, Perk. All right. Texas and Vanderbilt. I like Vandy here at home for sure. Just don't run on the court, Vandy. Look, you're favored anyways now. Everybody knows Vandy is decent, and I'm taking them here against Texas to win here. But you can get the total on this game in my premium picks over at Winnable. If you're interested, a dozen plays over there, I think, right now, and I'll have plenty more later today. Plus, my UFC card is already up, and I'll have other basketball, hockey as well. South Carolina and Kentucky is taking some steam right now in their matchup. We didn't cover this one, but the steam is coming in on the under. That's not the way I was going to see this one, if you know what I mean. But the steam's coming in. It was 151.5. We're down to 150 here right now. Full disclosure, I went with the over as my pick over on winnable.com. If you want the other 10 plays, click on that QR code up there, and it's just a couple of bucks for about 24 plays today. Support me here on the channel. All right. Wisconsin and Iowa here in this one. with Wisconsin on the road. Big favorite here at Iowa. Steam coming in right now, Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Alcorn. We already said Pine Bluff took the Steam, taking a 9 down to 8, and now here's Steam to the over with Pine Bluff and Alcorn. It was 147. It's now 148, Pine Bluff and Alcorn. All right, continuing on, I'm looking at the game between Wisconsin and Iowa here in this one, and I've got the Wisconsin Badgers here on the road to get it done. Lay 5.5 or so in their matchup with Iowa today on the road. I say take Wisconsin. It's up to 6 at a lot of spots here right now. I say go with Wisconsin. All right. And let's see what else here. We just talked about it. Marquette and Creighton. The Steam came on the over. I said take the over. I'm on the over with Marquette and Creighton. We're not going over trends here. We're almost out of time. Texas A&M and Missouri. In this one, we got Texas A&M here, an underdog to Missouri on the road. And let's take a look here. With this matchup, I already said the Steam came in on the over. It's all the way up to 145.5 or so. Not going to spend too much time updating this. You'll just have to take my word for it. And right now it is up to 146.5 at a lot of places. I said I wanted the over when that Steam came in. I'm paying a tax right now, but I like the over in this one with Texas A&M and Murray State. Note the line. It's 146 or even 146.5 now. Hey, here's number 1, Auburn. They're taking on Florida here today, and you got to think that, look, this is going to be, it feels more backyard brawl than free-for-all is what it feels like for me in this one. Maybe I'm wrong, but if it is a lower scoring game, maybe I think Florida can hang in here possibly and stay within this number today against Auburn. And I'm going to take the Gators here against number 1 Auburn to cover this number. They're getting 9.5 or so right now, down to 9 at some spots. The sharp books are down to 9, so I'm taking Florida. All right, Perky likes Florida with me here as well. Maybe they could get this upset today. There was some talk about Broom, right? Did he? Okay, no, nothing going on there. All right. Thomas may take the Gators with us. I'm just going over the plays here. All right, here we go with Mississippi State and Georgia. We're getting later into the evening here in this one at 6 Eastern and 3 Pacific. We said the Steam already came in on the Georgia Bulldogs in this game, driving them up from Pick'em to now, about a 1.5 point favorite here, it feels like. Yeah, 1.5 here in the matchup against Mississippi State. But for me, oh man, I'll tell you, this is a little bit dicey, it feels like to me. But I've got the over here in this one with Mississippi State and Georgia. I was contemplating between the side and the total, actually. You know what? All right, I'm just going to wait. I almost was going to pull the double dipper there. A lot of points there, says Berkey. Over there. Yep, I'm going over Mississippi State and Georgia. Kind of want to take the dog, you guys. It might make the card, it might not. I don't know, but probably betting Mississippi State in that one. Okay, Cincinnati and BYU. Here it was weird. This is really concerns nothing of you. But when I was typing in all the games and I was running, so much longer today with so many games, when I got to the spot of BYU and Cincinnati, I was actually typing over the last game between BYU and Cincinnati a few weeks ago. there. Okay, not that you care about that. All right, here we go with this one with Cincinnati taking on South. BYU taking on Cincinnati here in this one. Man, these two teams are producing some unders this season for sure. I think that's where I want to. Oh, this one's a little bit tough for me here, actually. And I'll make sure I get this one right, fam. I am on the under here in this one with BYU and Cincinnati. These guys have played a lot of unders so far this season. Give me the under tonight. Missing some of your plays here a little bit.
Final.
Oh, it's just Perky there saying BYU in the over. Thomas is on Cincinnati. You guys are helping me out because I couldn't figure out what I was doing. Look at this one. Duke and Clemson, and man, can Clemson do it here against Duke today? Oh boy, you think of these two teams. You think of Clemson at home, right? Never loses, never lose at home in Little John Coliseum. It feels like, and still have this Duke team, red hot. Obviously, I'm going with the under. Give me the under here. Duke and Clemson is at 133 right now. Here, I still think this Duke team is doing something special here all of a sudden. So I'll just take the under with Duke and Clemson here tonight. Right now, the line is currently at 133.5. Okay. Perky says Duke and under here right now. Next up is Alabama and Arkansas. In this one, you've got Alabama on the road. They're a 5-point favorite. And the total here is 165, maybe down to a 4-point spread right now with Alabama and Arkansas here. And we'll see what you guys have here in this one. I'm not going over many trends, if you know what I mean. I've got the over here with Alabama and Arkansas. I was really contemplating between both the side and or the total here for this game, but I will take the over in this one between Bama and Arkansas.
Final.
Thomas took Duke in that other game. He's on Arkansas here. All right. I don't mind that, Thomas. Alabama's been a pretty good cover. Arkansas has actually not been so great, I think, covering there. Okay, we already went over this one, right, with St. Mary's and Oregon State. I said I like the under. The steam came in on the under. I've missed the boat totally here on about 3 points of value. So still is an under for me, and I like it under here at now 128.5. And finally, save the best for last. This feels like it's going to be the best game of the night. Not the best game as far, still good teams. Texas Tech's on a roll, or Arizona at home, still pretty tough. And maybe there are better games out there, but against one another, this feels like
final.
Could be a very good game. Now, I don't know if it's going to be very high scoring, and I'm probably going to move to the total here as my pick. I'm just going to make sure of it. Yeah, give me the under here in this one between Texas Tech and Arizona. The morning steam is over. I have plenty of more plays if you want college basketball. I mean, this is what I live for, is these college basketball days, and hopefully we get a big, big day coming out that pretty strong day there yesterday. Like I said, we crushed it on the show.
Final.
College basketball wasn't the best, but get my plays over at winnable.com/Ramon. You can get my top plays over there today by going over to winnable.com/Ramon and get my plays for just $19.95 a month. That's 50 cents a day, and you get a lot of plays, fam. I'm telling you.
Final.
So please join me there. And man, you know what? I see the date on this show. I actually have it wrong there. February 8th. Nobody. Thursday is what it says. So hopefully we got the right show up there. Hopefully I'm on the air. We obviously have some people in there, but okay, let's do the. Let me go to the commercial here. We got to get out of here. Thanks everybody for watching. You can get my plays over there at winnable.com/Ramon. I really appreciate it. This is how you support me here on the channel. And look, if you get 1 day subscription a day, I'll turn you on for the Super Bowl tomorrow. It's not a very big card, so if you get the $4 package today, I'll put you on there for tomorrow. Whatever you do, whatever you get, I'll tack on some more today. Support me here on the channel, fam. All right, that's going to do it. Don't forget, we have companion coverage of UFC tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific from Sydney, Australia. So make sure you check out the guys today. It's going to be a great day and a great show. We have all of our NFL best bets up there as well. So check it out. All right, guys, here we go. We're going to do our little drawing today. See if I can get it right here. And we're ready to go with that. And the names are going here. I'm going kind of fast today. And let's see who wins. It's going to be Irish King. All right, Irish King, you're the winner today. Thank you, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Super Bowl Sunday, everybody. It's going to be a great show. Appreciate all of you there. Thomas says there is the parlay for the day. Thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. Hopefully the show was okay there with all those college basketball plays late and all the steam, right? So we got plenty of teams that we talked about. Steam right now coming in on the game between Oregon and Michigan State, one of the early games here. I don't agree with it, but the steam's coming in on the over there with Oregon and Michigan State. So you just heard me say, right? Don't you sometimes when we're doing that steam, even though I don't say the pick, but I say I don't agree with that or I agree with that. Well, that steam came in 146.5 up to 147.5. So, all right, I don't agree with that. All right, that's going to do it for the Morning Steam Show. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Remember, we have the videos up right now to preview the UFC as well on the videos tab and on the live tab. So check those out if you're getting ready for the action here today. And over at Winnable, I have my UFC card up there. Every fight, every prediction, every pick for every fight, I've got them up there at winnable.com. So please go subscribe. Check me out. It's just a couple of bucks. It supports me here on the channel. It's a very nominal amount, but all of it adds up and helps me stay here on the air at the Sports Money Network. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long. See ya on Super Bowl Sunday.
Can't escape from the team called the morning steam. It's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the